Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Enterprise Group's channel, a vision to be the largest specialized equipment rental organization. Joining us today, Senior Vice President Desmond O'Cal. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks for having me, Kyle. How are you?
Well, live the dream, man, and Happy New Year's. So we got lots to dive into here. I mean, you guys had a very robust 2021, not just from a balance sheet perspective, but it was nice seeing the growth of the stock kind of in the midst of a sell-off for some of the smaller cap companies. I mean, you have a great asset to liability ratio, especially currently at the market cap you trade for. But if you want to roll back a little bit, just to kick the new year off, do you want to kind of touch base on some of the milestones achieved in 2021 and just kind of where you saw the company go?
Yeah, certainly. Well, 2021 was certainly an interesting year where we really saw, the commodity prices that our clients are enjoying really start to develop into increased activity, which we saw towards the latter part of the year. A couple of notable items is, we've been retooling some of our equipment to the natural gas fired, which we touched on a bit earlier. There'll be more to add on some of these future interviews with you on that. But further than that, we've traditionally, our services and equipment have been really targeted and aimed at the fracking and completions phase of extraction, and we've expanded that. We're now providing support and equipment to the drilling phase, into the fracking completions, like I had mentioned, and of course, the water management, water logistics and what have you. They're moving terrific amounts of water to these sites. We're now starting to bring in the power systems to power those pumps. So we've expanded our offerings to our clients, and it really is, adding a decent amount of activity and revenue to the company.
That's incredible. It's nice to see some of that cushioning against kind of the volatility in the market right now, having access to those kind of commodity-based companies, especially considering the growth in commodities, as you mentioned. As we're kind of sitting in Q1 of 2022 here, I know things are a little bit all over the place with hyperinflation, a lot of the COVID stuff still going on. What can we kind of expect at a Q1 here, and just kind of how are you managing this, and is any of that kind of affecting your company?
Well, the Omicron and the COVID thing, it's out there. There's people getting it. Good thing that in most all cases that we've understood, they're mild symptoms. So it does affect us, but we move on. What's happening right now is we've just experienced producers that have announced, the publicly traded producers. Many of them are our clients. Have now pretty much announced all their CapEx budgets for 2022, and we knew we'd see some increases, but some of the increases are magnificent. 20 to 200% increases in CapEx. So we're going to see a marked increase in activity given the increases in these CapEx budgets, and like I said, many of them are our clients. So we do expect that to translate into a pretty active year for ourselves.
Do you want to touch base just real briefly too on some of those clients? I mean, we're kind of getting the general idea of the commodities that you're being involved with here, but what would be some of the largest? I mean, you're talking about fracking, but are there any other industries as well?
Well, if you look at where we're located, all our particular branches are in the foothills region. So if you look at the Rocky Mountains, all the way from central Alberta, all the way into northeastern BC, this is pretty much natural gas and gas condensate country. So we have very, very few oil clients. It's primarily natural gas liquids, pretty much the feedstock that's eventually going to find its way into LNG Canada over on the coast, which is set to start delivering LNG in the coming few years. So this is primarily what our clients are producing. It's gas and gas condensates. The good thing about what's happening now, which we haven't seen for almost a decade, is both natural gas and oil prices at highs. We haven't seen that for a long time. In the early 2010 to 2014, oil reached some pretty high prices, but gas was still pretty moderate. Nobody was making any big moves in gas prices. But now we both have both those commodities are trading at highs, and it's really affecting certainly our outlook.
That's incredible to hear, Desmond. I really appreciate these insights today.
Thank you.
And on that note, folks, if you ever have any questions, let us know what you think in that comments section below. Consider subscribing for those future updates as the news comes down the wire, because it's definitely intriguing to see a company that is cushioned into the commodities renaissance that I think is going on here, and this explosion in these prices. So it'd be fun to see as this year rolls out exactly how it kind of rolls into your bottom line. But in light of this, stay cool, stay awesome, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.